All right, if you run any kind of digital business, I'm willing to bet you've lost at least a little sleep over hosting and servers, right? Well, what if I told you that entire world, it's basically becoming a relic? A huge shift is happening as we speak, and we're about to dive right into what that means for you.
In this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. Owning a film roll today, it's kind of cool, right? It's nostalgic, but you're not going to shoot the next Hollywood blockbuster on it. That would be insane. And that's exactly the point here. Clinging to that old school server model, it's not just outdated anymore, it's actually becoming a huge risk for your business.
So that leads us to a really bold claim, and it's this. The whole idea of hosting, of buying a slice of a server and managing it, is fundamentally broken. It's dead. We're playing a totally different game now.
Okay, so to really understand where we're headed, we've got to look at where we've been. Let's talk about these hosting dinosaurs, the old way of doing things that's, well, on its way to extinction.
The best way to think about this is with a real estate analogy. Traditional shared hosting, that's like living in a digital condominium. Sure, it might be cheap to get in, but if your neighbor's pipes burst, guess what? Your apartment floods too. If their site gets a massive traffic spike, or worse, gets hacked, your performance tanks right along with theirs. But the modern approach, that's like owning your own independent house. Your property is your own. The risks are isolated, and you can build an extension whenever you need to without ever worrying about what the neighbors are doing.
And listen, these are not some abstract theoretical problems. These are the real-world headaches that keep business owners up at night. Your site is slow to load, so Google buries you in the search results. You spend weeks hyping up a huge product launch, and the second it goes live, your site crashes. You're stuck in this endless game of whack-a-mole with security patches. It's crazy when you think about it. You're actually paying for a service that's holding you back.
Okay, so if the old way is so clearly broken, what's the solution? What's next? Well, this is where everything changes. This is the big paradigm shift. We're moving from renting a piece of a server to joining a complete ecosystem. An ecosystem where all that complicated infrastructure, it just becomes invisible.
And that's the key concept here. Invisible infrastructure. The whole point is you shouldn't have to be a tech genius or a systems administrator to run an online business. It's all about using a service that handles all that mind-numbing technical stuff for you. Why? So you can put 100% of your focus back where it belongs, on your business, on your customers.
I mean, just think about everything that gets eliminated from your to-do list forever. Server management? Gone. Fiddling with database optimization? Not your problem anymore. Those late-night panic attacks about applying a critical security update or renewing an SSL certificate? Poof, all of those headaches just vanish.
And this isn't just about saving time. It's about saving your sanity. It puts an end to what we can call technical decision fatigue. You know that feeling, right? Staring at dozens of hosting plans with specs you barely understand? Terrified of making the wrong choice? That paralysis is a real business killer. When the tech just works, all that mental energy is freed up, and you can actually be agile and, run your business.
All right, this all sounds fantastic in theory, but let's get down to brass tacks. What does this actually mean for your wallet and your peace of mind? We're going to talk about the two things that every single business owner cares about most, the economics and the security.
First, let's talk money. The entire cost model gets flipped on its head. The old way meant you paid a high, fixed cost every single month for a server you were probably only using a tiny fraction of. The new way, it's all about pay as you grow. You can start for free or for very, very little. Your costs only go up when your traffic and your revenue go up. It completely removes that upfront financial risk.
Honestly, the best way to think about it is this. Your server should be a utility, just like your electricity or your water. You don't spend your days worrying about the power plant or the city's water filtration system, do you? No, you just flip a switch and the light comes on. That's exactly how your online presence should work. You just focus on using it, not on maintaining all the complicated plumbing behind the scenes.
And then there's security, which is a huge one. In these modern ecosystems, security isn't some cheap firewall they just slap on top and call it a day. No, protection is woven into the very fabric of the platform, right down to the code level. There's no single server for a hacker to target because your site is served from a secure global network. And you know what that means? You are no longer the weakest link. There's no outdated plugin you forgot to update that can bring your whole operation down. Heck, even your emails are safer because you're not sharing an IP address with some spammer who got the whole server blacklisted. So when you take a step back and look at it, the better speed, the smarter economics, the built-in security, all of it, every single benefit is designed to do one thing. It's designed to let you stop obsessing over gigabytes and RAM and start focusing on the only metric that actually grows your business, your return on investment.
So let's bring it all home. What does this mean for you, the entrepreneur, the creator, the person with the big idea? It means you're being set free. This is so much more than just a tech upgrade. It's your technical liberation.
Here is the absolute bottom line. In this day and age, trying to manage your own hosting is just dead weight. It's an anchor, slowing you down. For maybe the first time ever, technology is no longer the scary barrier standing between your brilliant idea and your customers. It's the red carpet they're rolling out for you. The technical excuses, they're all gone.
And that really just leaves us with one final question for you. This shift isn't coming. It's already here. The tools are available right now. The only real choice you have to make is whether you're going to let go of the old, broken way of doing things. So, are you ready to permanently take hosting off your list of worries and get all that time, money, and mental energy back?